Good afternoon. Welcome to Dante's Den. We are very excited about today, and it's 2021, Mr. C.
Right.
Um, 2020 was certainly a year, and we're very happy that we're on this side to be in 2021. And so today we are back in Dante's Den. My name is LD Robinson, and I am the owner of Ladero Design Works, where we promote brands through designs that work. That also means that we do things like interviews with our clients and help them promote their brands, their products, and communicate their mission to the world. And today we are with A Dante Production. We are with Chauncey Dunham, who is the owner of A Dante, and we are in Dante's Den. So we're starting off the year with him, and we look forward to it. So, Mr. Dunham, what do you have to say about 2020? It's really no secret to everyone. First of all, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are you today?
So you're doing okay. It's no secret that 2020 caused just about everyone to reassess almost everything associated with them, their personal lives, their passions, and their work lives. How did 2020 impact you?
You know, I think everybody, all their lives, sort of took things in life for granted. That includes me. And all of a sudden, everything became scrambled and shuffled and muffled. And on the personal side, it made me wonder, what is retirement? Because you can't go anywhere. We had a pandemic, so you had to stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
Vacations were something that didn't exist anymore. Socializing didn't exist anymore. It did give me an opportunity to reassess who I am as a person and stop taking life for granted. Live each moment to its fullest and understand who I was, why I'm here, and where I'm going in my life going forward. So
Yeah.
it did a lot to me. As far as a work life, uh, I'm not sure whether I have a work life or not. I started doing something as a passion. It,
Mm-hmm.
it is rapidly approaching being a job. And I really was a job.
You're looking for a little bit of something to do while you retire, huh? And
Yeah.
that's
Well,
and that little
you
bit
know,
turned into a lot.
well, let me tell you this. There's one word that IRS does not like. That's the word hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I won't say it was a hobby, but it has turned the corner. I'll say that much. What what it used to be is not what it is now. So
Yes.
that's pretty much how on the personal side, I look forward to, as a matter of fact, all my friends knew that I had planned to travel across the United States by train. Well, I don't know if I'll ever get to do it now because I didn't get to do it. And it's no longer on the top of my list of things to do. I have some other things that have moved up into the number one place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's somewhat what it did to me personally.
Okay. Well, I think it's I don't think anyone sort of escaped um having to reassess things, whether you did that to your benefit or to your detriment in 2020. I think it caused everyone to sort of, take stock of things. And so, from a business perspective, there were certainly some things I know from my end, as a business owner, um, that, I had to reassess how I did some things and what I did. And in some cases, I was forced to make some changes in terms of business and interacting with clients, and also helping clients look at new ways of carrying out their visions. And so last year saw A Dante Production make some turns as well, um, from being on site with artists for concerts to launching online concert entertainment. That's a pretty big shift in some ways in terms of service provision or product provision, because you're used to being on site, having venues, having all these things, and now you sort of had to add another element to that. What has this meant for you?
Well, it sounds very simple. Add another element. For us, it was 24 new moving parts. The backstage side of things is really different now. I
Mm-hmm.
know when we first started, when we first went online, we stumbled and we fell. But we stumbled and we fell because rather than worry about somebody else doing the hard work, I was very blessed to have Ladero Design, and we developed our own thing called P2V. And a lot of people want to know what that means. That means pay to view. That started off as a small task and ended up being a big task because we didn't have things like sound engineers and camera crews and all of these elements that we did not have. We had to get them, and we went through some people. I will say that we did a test and failure a lot of times to
Mm-hmm.
get it to the point that it's almost perfect. And then when 2021 started, I normally don't get a lot of sleep anyway. I came up with the idea that I haven't told anybody about yet, and it's called the development of a concert library. Within the P2V structure, Ladero said, well, do you want to hold on to this one? And I said, yeah. So then I thought about it and I said, we can have a complete library of concerts and give people an opportunity if they're sitting around because they can't go anywhere or because they're afraid to go anywhere. A lot of people are still afraid
Mm-hmm.
and they want to hear music. They can go to Dante's webpage, go to P2V, pull something out of the library, and there they have a concert.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's that ease of that availability has become very important to people in terms of entertainment, whether it is music, whether it is books. That ability to go online and get the type of entertainment one desires has to, if you are an entertainment company, you had to make that shift last year. If you were a company serving people, you had to make that shift last year. And if you didn't make that shift, there are probably some things that you are missing out on in terms of the people you're serving. So having those concerts available certainly widens the net. The internet is only your site's only a click away. And so having those available automatically opens what you do at a Dante to the world, as opposed to people who could just come on site to see your concert. And so that audience has greatly widened. Um, what does that mean for your artists now that, you know, concerts are online? You're still having to do, you still have to record somewhere. So whether that's in the studio or a venue, what has that meant for the artists to have their concerts online and making that available to everyone they know?
I'm going to go back to something you said, then I'll move forward. You said to the world. People don't look at that as a realistic thing,
Excuse
and
me.
neither did I. And all of a sudden, I have the ability to see where people are coming from when they're looking. And then I started watching the people that tune in from New Zealand, from Australia, from London, from South Africa. And all of a sudden, the light bulb came on in my head. We are really out there for the world now. And I'm not even going to talk about the various states, but
Mm-hmm.
we're really out there for the world. For the artists, some of the artists, it's an adjustment for them. Those that have full time jobs and they are a musician on a part time basis, hunger is not a really important thing to them. But we do have a couple of artists, and that's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
That their music is their life. They have hurt a little bit. It hurt them a lot. However, and I won't talk about ROI, which is the return on the investment, but we tried to do enough things to make sure to keep the artists working. Our artist base has grown, and our artists, some of them are learning to stretch out a little more than they did when they were doing concerts on stage for an audience. They'd go and play the music they played for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
We have some artists right now that I told them, write something new. Let's do something original. So I have three sets of artists that are currently doing brand new music. They want to be
Fantastic.
able to, yeah, they're trying to present to me by March some brand new music. The Clark Jazz Trio was one of them. Groove is the other one. And then we got recently a person to write lyrics. So I was today going over a new song, trying to figure out which artist I was going to let sing it. And we're going to come out with a lot of not only new music in 21, we're going to have new artists, new music, and some new ideas. Working with JW Promotions, I talked to James, who is the president of that company. He and I talk quite often, and we are making some big changes behind the scenes on how we do things so we
Mm-hmm.
can do a better job doing what we do. So, I look forward to the artists doing the new things. I also look forward to the fact that I've been searching. Matter of fact, I did find up in the DC area a violinist.
Oh,
And, when you start talking about other geographical areas, the first thing you need to do is look at your bank account because there goes airline tickets and hotels and a lot of other. And I've been very blessed. I really have. And somebody, matter of fact, her name's Jerry Wright Gibson. She called me and said, "I want you to look at somebody." And I said, "Okay." And it was a violinist who is local, and
mm-hmm.
I am blown. Her name is Jacque Pierce, and I'm blown away. And I, by accident, because I was determined that we weren't going to do anything from January until April, because we came up with this new idea called Third Saturday. And the third Saturday in every month, we were going to do a concert. And after hearing Jacque and talking about her to some people, Jacque is playing two jobs on Valentine's Day in the afternoon from 2 to 4 and in the evening from 5:30 to 8:30. She's excited and we're excited for her. We're also very excited about the partnership that we formed with a local restaurant, which is quite nice. It's called Stonewood. And
Mm-hmm.
Jacque is going to be a strolling violinist for dinner in Stonewood. So there are a lot of new things going on. We have two new bands that they'll be starting in right after the April timeframe because I am going to take March off. So we have two new bands that are going to go to work, and each one of our singers will end up with their own band.
Well, that's going to be very
So
interesting
that's what's going
because
on.
bands and artists have a bit of should have a bit of a synergy, right? Knowing the
True.
cues of the singer, knowing, when they're about to change direction, what that looks like, and being able to follow the artist is extremely important. So I am excited about that myself. And as always, I learn something new with A Dante. So every project is something new and exciting. So I am certainly
Yes,
thrilled
I
about
do too. I learned something
yeah.
because I'm always coming up with, let's do this a different way. So I learned something new. And you're absolutely right. The synergy between the musicians and the singers is extremely important. And I'll use Daphne as an example. When she makes a turn, her musicians are so used to her, they know before she completes the turn that she did something different.
Mm-hmm.
And I want everybody to have that same level of comfort that if they do something different, that their musicians know what's coming. So that's a new thing. And that's why I'm trying to leave some free time in there so we give everybody the opportunity to rehearse and get ready. I really wanted to do something in March because that's our third anniversary. But I think I'm going to forego it and just let everybody get their comfort level the way they want it.
Well, that should be exciting.
So that's where we are with that.
And I kind of think you should have something in March for the anniversary, but that's just me. It's not my company.
You know what? You're about the 29th person that said, you've only been in Florida doing this for 3 years. You need to do something. And I'm like, folks, yeah, I'd like to sleep. That'd be something new. And
that's something really special right about now.
yeah, I want to sleep. And I don't know. I'm tossed. I don't know what to do. I really want to just take a month and do nothing because that's what I was supposed to do in January and February. And as you see, that did not happen. So I'm hoping that I'll get an opportunity in March to just relax. But I got another new singer coming who I'm not willing to talk about into the paper. The ink is dry on the paperwork. And yeah, I don't know what might happen between now and March. I don't know.
Things can happen. Many things blossom.
Stay tuned. That's all I can say.
Just stay tuned. Stay tuned to Dante. With all these new opportunities, what do the artists think about this? I mean, because when we come to Dante's Den, it's usually we're talking with the artists of A Dante. And so it sounds like we will have some new opportunities in the coming months to talk with new bands, new singers. What do the artists think about all these changes? Or perhaps these new opportunities?
Let me tell you, they are extremely excited. Some of them, it's a new level of comfort that they have to attain, but they're excited about where things are going, and they're excited also about the new partnership that I formed with Stonewood, because now everybody will get a chance to do Stonewood at some point for the remainder of the year. And then the Ormond Beach Performing Arts Center, their lobby is going to be remodeled. So we're going to do some things with the city of Ormond Beach to financially assist them with the remodeling of their lobby. And then the Halifax Urban Ministries, they want some things. They want us to help them with some things. So we're going to do that. So I'll say 2021 is probably going to be an extremely busy year. And the thing that worries me is, a year's 12 months. Well, January is almost gone. February and March, and
There's
we
your
won't really get started in April. And we've got to cram an awful lot in a small space of time. But we'll get it done.
absolutely.
So that's, yeah.
Well, I am truly
So that's where
excited.
we're going.
I think it's a very I'm getting a little feedback on my end, and I'm thinking it might be my connection. Um,
It's not,
and I am excited. So, on our end of things for A Dante, as obviously we do the social media and making sure information's out there and available. And so, obviously, since we're talking about things that are coming up with A Dante, we have we're going to put up a couple of upcoming things, and the first is Jazz with Strings on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2021, with Jaquay Pierce. She will be at Cinematique for a couple of hours of very excellent jazz with strings. And if there's limited seating, so make sure you go to cinematique.org to get your tickets. If you happen to miss Jacquay at Cinematique, you can get her later that afternoon at Stonewood, that evening at Stonewood from 5:30 to 8:30 for a romantic dinner. Obviously, social distancing in effect. We certainly encourage that at A Dante. And enjoy yourselves some great music from a terrific artist, a new addition to A Dante. So we're really excited about um, next month what's going on. And then if something happens in February, we've got third Saturdays coming up, and that's pretty exciting at Stonewood. So the artists will have plenty to do, it sounds like, and so will you. It
I
sounds
don't know
like
whether to say fortunately or unfortunately.
I think
But yeah,
it's
you're right.
fortunately. I think it's
Woo.
fortunately.
Well, you have all the moving parts backstage. You got a sound crew, you got a video crew, you got pre-production, post-production, promotion. When you got all those people that are moving and doing things, I am very blessed. Everybody has a job and there is no micromanagement. Everybody knows what they have to do. They walk in, they set up, and they're ready to go. So that helps. And then in 2021, we've added something new as far as video is concerned. We're going to do some outside stuff and use the drone because we have a drone cameraman too. So we're going to start doing that when we do some outside things. And it's just a lot that's going on. I started off with an office, and now I'm sitting in the den. And the den is supposed to have nothing. See, you can only see what you can see. I have
Uh-huh.
papers everywhere.
I'm very
I'm like,
thankful for that.
this is crazy. I got papers
Yeah,
everywhere.
how pristine it looks behind me.
Hey, you know, I
That's a
need to run.
working day. That's a working
Hey,
day bed back there. That's my other desk, but it's clean right now.
I find myself running from room to room, depending on what the show is and what I have to do. Then
Mhm.
everything for that show is in that room. So I go to that room. And then I have to move to another room for another show. I'm like, this is crazy.
it's
But it
it's
works.
all good. It works. It
It
works.
works.
It works. Well, we're very excited about the things that are taking place with Adante. I think the artists are in for an excellent year. If you're an Adante artist, um, you should be thrilled about this year. There's a lot going on, and as Chauncey has said, that there are plenty of opportunities and doors opening. And the thing about doors and opportunities is just being positioned to be able to walk through them, right, Mr. C?
That's
Um,
correct.
and you just got to be positioned. So um, I have learned that working with the Dante even more than I knew about it before, and being able to make those turns and make those pivots that we've heard a lot about in 2020 is critical. And so the implementation of P2V, online concert entertainment. We have started Dante's Den YouTube channel, and all those things are in place to help with the exposure of a Dante, with the exposure of the artist, making sure that the world knows that there are great singers and musicians out there who are available, and they were just here making good music. And do you have anything
That's
else
what.
you want to say, Mr. C?
No, I am. You wouldn't believe. I'm going to spend the rest of my day for me. I'm going to watch football, and I'm going to
Football.
cook, and I'm just going to do what I want to do for the rest of the day because I just got told I have someplace to go tomorrow. So that just shot my Monday. So I said, I'm grabbing when I can to get some time for me. And, I look at the world. I used to look at the world moving at 100 miles an hour.
Hmm.
And now I find that I'm moving 100 miles an hour and the world's standing still. And I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with this picture.
Well,
So, no,
I'm excited for you. I think working with you and with James and the artist, and it's been exciting. Nor and the colleagues, those of us who are behind the scenes, um, being able to um, help with things and say, oh, if you need this, I know someone who does that. Or someone needs this service from over here. They need this type of service, and there's someone who works backstage who provides that. I think that's been another outgrowth of a Dante. And so I look forward to more of that as a Dante grows, more opportunities for artists, you know, um, all those things coming about. And I think it's going to be a wonderful year for a Dante. 2021, we had to think way out of the box for 2020.
that's true.
And so 2021 is an opportunity to refine some of those things that we pulled from out of the box to perfect those things this year, I think, and really create an even better, more polished product that viewers will want to come back to time and time again because they know that they're going to get something great from a Dante.
And we're doing the new front end, which when we started this, people got an opportunity to see. We'll have new front end on all the videos. It's just a lot of exciting stuff. And every now and then I try to slow down and enjoy the excitement too.
Oh, yes. So kick your feet up today, watch some football, and eat something well. We want to remind everyone about upcoming concerts next month in just 3 short weeks. You will be able to see Jacque Pierce at Cinematique with Jazz with Strings, a Valentine's Day special performance. And if you miss her there, you can see her that evening. Bring your loves and have some great dinner, some in a wonderful atmosphere at Stonewood Grill in Daytona Beach on LPGA Boulevard from 5:30 to 8:30. We highly recommend you make reservations and secure your spot for some excellent music from A Dante. And Mr. C, I think that's it. That's a pretty good welcome to 2021.
Yes.
What do you think? Pretty good?
I agree. And hopefully on Sundays, we'll get a chance to have well, I would like to have the backstage people on sometimes so we get a chance. Excuse me, not all of them, some of them. James, Omar, Leroy, so people can see those people that do all the work. I don't do all the work, but I'd like people to see those people that do all the work. The only person we don't have to get ready at any time is AJ. AJ's always ready.
Always ready.
But yeah, he's always ready. But I mean, the singers and the musicians and the rehearsal and the backstage folks, I'd love one at a time, which we'll use the 12 months of this year. I'd love to get everybody on so the world can see all of the people that make this thing work. Even though it was my dream and my baby, I don't do it by myself. It takes a lot of people, like pre-production and post-production is Ladero Design. And it just takes a lot of people to make this thing work. And I drive everybody crazy. I understand that. And I plan to continue to do that.
Do what you're good at.
But thank you so much for all that you do.
You're welcome.
And thank you for today. And I don't know who I want to win the game, but I'm going to watch the game.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, everybody. We sure thank you for joining us in Dante's Den. And be sure to subscribe to A Dante Production. Subscribe to, that is at adanteproduction.com, the website. Subscribe to Dante's Den on YouTube. Catch some good music. We got some good trailers there, some performances there that will get your foot to tapping. And stay tuned for Dante because there's more to come in 2021. All right. Thank you so much. All right. You're welcome.